Welcome back everyone to another video on World of Warship Legends. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Tier 5 American Heavy Cruiser Pensacola. This is the tech tree ship for the American line. We have a game of domination on estuary and we're just starting south of the ACAP. Quick stats on the Pensacola. With my build it has a 14.6 second reload time, a 15.9 kilometer range. Overall it has 10 guns, it has two turret guns, and 2 turrets with 3 guns each. The overall AP of this ship is very strong. It can really put out some damage. Unfortunately, what you'll see with the Pensacola is also very easy to citadel. So in this game, we're going to be taking a look at tactics to use to preserve your health and kind of minimize the chances of taking devastating strikes from any ships. Quick look at the roster shows that there's only 1 destroyer on each team. Our destroyer started on the far east side of the map, so we're going to play this first bit a little bit more cautious. We're not sure if the enemy destroyers are on our side. We kind of want to go out to the flank, get a good look, and make sure that we're protecting A, but also not going to put ourselves at too much risk. With this build, we also have Victor Einstein as the commander, and his perks are Ingenious, which allows us to see a number of ships that are aiming at us at any time. Intuitive, this is one I've been playing with. It's essentially twist and track for the cruisers. Punch Through, which gives you increased penetration for your AP rounds. Fixated, which will increase your shell grouping, and a legendary skill of Refill Station. So we see that there's most likely a ship there to our northeast. It's either right in front or right behind that island. We're going to slowly push into the cap until we get spotted. We just want to see exactly what we're working with. At this point, we are assuming there is not a destroyer on this side. If it is a destroyer player, he's not playing it very well. Again, if you're a destroyer, your job is to get on the cap. Since we are not spotted this time, and we can see that the blue ring in our mini-map up there is far past where the A cap is, we can assume there's not a destroyer here. We do get spotted. Taking a look here, we're about to show people, and then Kuma pops up. Quick note, if you're playing a division, make sure that you guys pick the same tier. What happens when you play mixed tiers, you get tiered up. So right here, this Kuma at tier 3 just gets punished with that first salvo, 4 citadels, and he's gone within 10 seconds of being spotted. So if you're in a division, make sure you're playing the same tier as your division mates, or else you have the potential of being up tiered to 2 levels above you. Ultimately, that's unfair to your teammates and will most likely result in a very overmatched match for yourself. So continue on to the game. We've pushed onto the cap. We're about to get it. We see the enemy battleship pop up here. Another tier 3. Our first AP salvo doesn't do too much. He probably did a decent job angling. We do have the Furutaka right here, just hiding behind the island. We're mindful of him, but at this point, the enemy battleship is presenting the better target. With the Pensacola, we're going to aim right at the waterline. It does have the ability to punch through most battleship armor. So right there, we do get a juicy 10k salvo. Unfortunately, right here, we weren't paying too close attention to the island. New Mexico pops up. We do have to go broadside for a second. Luckily, we drop spot long enough for us to get around the island. We take a few hits, nothing consequential. So at this point, we're going to refocus back on the battleship, get another solid salvo on him, and then our teammates are going to finish him off. At this point, we're going to keep on kiting away. We want to minimize our target, make us small as possible target. Furutaka, he is completely broadside. 6 overpins right there. Just unlucky. We take a couple of hits there from the battleship. Go ahead and pop damage con. At this point, we just want to keep going all the way to the edge of the map until we're no longer spotted. We do drop spot, so we're going to go ahead and keep on pushing up to the north. We want to get rid of the cruiser here, the Furutaka. Unfortunately, he's right behind the island, makes it hard for us to take any shots at him, so we're going to go ahead and just take a shot at the New Mexico while we can, and then go ahead and point our nose right at him. The cruiser here does go ahead and come around the corner. We hold our salvo right here. We see he's in the middle of the turn. Kiting Japanese cruisers are extremely hard to hit, so we want to wait until he gets a little bit further out of that turn. He does go all the way around. 6 bounces, just unlucky. Good armor angling by him. And then right here, we're going to get the kill shot with the AP rounds. Indicator showing us that there is one ship aiming at us. As soon as the Furitaka is gone, that goes away and we drop spot. So now we want to go ahead and push in towards the middle, get eyes on the New Mexico out here, and see what we can do. Right here, as soon as we come around the island, we're going to spot the New Mexico, but we're going to hold our fire. We want to make sure that we're engaging this ship on our terms. Right now, we are decently broadside to him. If he was to shoot an AP salvo at us, it has a good chance of just taking us off the map if it's aimed well. So we want to go ahead and keep pressing north, and we're going to keep looking in, see which way his guns are aimed. Here we hit pause real quick just to pull up the additional ship stats. It shows us what our detectable range is, what our firing range is, and I just want to get a good feel of when would be a good point to engage this New Mexico. So I'm going to continue to hold my fire right here. We're going to just wait. I have 2 battleships on our side. I'm hoping that he shoots a salvo at them. And then once he does that, I know that New Mexico has about 30 to 35 second reload time. Then it'll be safe to fire, kind of maneuver how we want, make sure we can get all our guns on him. So here we see that he's starting to turn out a little bit. We're going to make sure we're not going to run into the island. We're going to go ahead and fire a salvo of HE at him. And then right here is where we start using the Pensacola's maneuverability to prevent damage. We see that he starts aiming at us immediately. We hit the brakes, turn our nose into him, and then his salvo was going to fall extremely short right here. He was expecting us to keep moving forward. This is one of the tactics I like to use in the Pensacola. It does, with the prop mod, it is extremely quick to get up to speed and to stop. Makes it very difficult and frustrating for battleships that are waiting for 30 seconds to shoot their salvo and then only to miss them. So he takes his guns off us. That's fantastic. That kind of gives us the green light just to attack him. We'll keep looking for that indicator. He does come back over to us. So at this point, we'll kite away from him since he started going forward. We want to just keep the distance between us and him. And again, make it extremely difficult. He fires those back guns. We've already turned away, and once again, he has missed again. We fire the AP round, and then now he's not aimed at us at all. So we're going to go ahead, flip the ship back around, get going back into that B cap, and at this point, we have the green light just to keep attacking. Quick note on this Pensacola, you see it has the star and stripes camouflage. If you guys haven't done it yet, I highly recommend you do the red, white, and blue Bureau project. The ultimate prize is the California Tier 5 Premium Battleship, but in between there you also get permanent camos for every U.S. Tech Tree cruiser from Tier 5 on up. A fantastic reward for those that want to go ahead and keep using these cruisers regularly. Our friendly battleships are able to finish off New Mexico, and at this point we have the green light to go ahead and continue on, go ahead and get that cap. Quick look at the roster shows that Grafspee and Koenig are the only 2 ships left on the enemy team. I'm going to skip ahead a couple minutes here to see this final engagement with the Koenig. We're once again going to look at the ways that the Pensacola is able to maneuver in order to minimize the incoming damage. Right now we're firing HE at the Koenig. He is well angled against us. The AP wouldn't be as effective. We see that he does take aim at us. Our teammate here is going to help us turn left a little faster than we originally intended. But we're going to keep moving nose in for the most part towards the battleship. He does have the ability to overmatch our armor from this distance. But for the most part, the dispersion on the Koenig will help us out quite a bit. So we don't have our ship turned fully broadside, only have the first 2 guns on there. We saw the incoming salvo, so we immediately hit the brakes. Salvo goes long, and then as soon as we see it land, we're going to go ahead, hit the gas again. We want to flip around and get our tail pointed towards the Koenig. This will help increase the distance between us and him, lessen the odds of us getting a dev strike, and in general just make it a lot harder for him to hit us. So as we turn around, we are going to slip out of the cap here. At this point, though, it's not a very big deal for us to slip out of the cap. We do have a 5-1 ship lead, and we do have 2 caps fully captured already. We get one last salvo of HE on him, get a fire started. He does slip behind the island, but one last time there, we hit the brakes and watch the shells fall short. Ultimately, our friendly battleship comes around the north side of the island and finishes off the Koenig. While we didn't get a lot of kills this game, we did deal out 113,000 in damage, and we're going to end up getting first place, and that's simply because the Pensacola has the ability to just deal out so much damage. Overall, one of my favorite ships to play. Let me know what you guys think. Do you agree or disagree with these methods? Or have any of your own you want to share? Put them below in the comments. Hit like and subscribe if you liked what you saw. We'll have more come at you shortly. Have a good one.